Hello, Recon87 and welcome back to a little look at Armoured Brigade, and we're going to be picking up where we left off the end of episode 1 with the Soviet invasion of Finland. So in the first episode we successfully defeated the Finnish elements in front of us using our combined forces of T-72 tanks and mechanised infantries with a lot of support from some self-propelled mortars. As we go into the next battle of that campaign, it's going to be the same setup, it's the same Soviet forces for ourselves. It is of course going to be a different map with a couple of different objectives, but we're going to be probably up against similar Finnish forces in terms of mechanised infantry supported by T-55 tanks. So without any further ado, I'll just hand you guys straight back over to live audio from a Twitch stream. Capture and hold the advanced. We've got a bit of a hill up here. Might be able to get some overlooking positions on. Objective 1, very open. Objective 2, much harder to see up on a wooded hill. Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. How do I want to play this? So a quick look at some of this line of sight. Where's the high points? Does that help us out? Can we get positions where you've got good command over the... Yeah, like there's pretty good command over all the open ground. Could do... It's not that... Doesn't look that heavily treed. Heavily treed? Wooded would be another way of saying it. Let's grab... So what we could do is set up one of our tank platoons kind of on this ridge line, a bit of a kind of overwatch of the open areas. Now, having learned a lesson from last time, I'm not going to try and infiltrate all my scout teams because it seems that when infiltration goes awry, you get kicked miles back, which I don't want. So maybe let's... It would be useful to get into these woods, wouldn't it? There. We'll try that. Leave one of you guys there. Maybe we'll go for a bit of a hope into there, and then you two, I think I will just let you advance on foot. Should we try and infiltrate? No, we'll just advance on foot into that area. I'm absolutely going to set up some tanks along the edge here, and then I think how I want to play this will be to concentrate our forces on objective 1, cure that, and then swing over and to take objective 2 and probably hammer everything in here with artillery, everything in and around here with artillery before we get that push. Maybe try and clear things out that way. HQ Tonk. Mortars, I want them somewhere they're not going to be shot. Where here it should be fine, I think. We can get some BTRs coming through the woods here. We get set up here and eventually push down. Probably a second mechanized platoon to try and make the leap into these woods. Then we can cover objectives from two sides. Got two more. One I probably want to set up over here, just holding the ground. Some support from this tank group, where I'll put somewhere clever in a moment. Now you guys can sit back here. So you're going to advance those ridgeline positions. You're going to come down for this, support this. You probably come and help out. And then I want you to kind of overwatch this area, just make sure they're not pushing forward. That may involve maybe either hanging out in Takama Maybe even just further back. I don't want to be too open. I like hiding in the trees. All stealthy-like. I do like that little the light that comes up. Really handy. So where's our ridgeline spot? Somewhere over here. Hang on. Do we reckon it was like something like that? It's not a bad position, eh? Not a bad one. Let's get these orders set up. You, my friend, on line of sight. Which actually I need. Good if you could put down markers. That would one thing would really really be ace, right? Because that is a position I want, right there. Now I just need to remember it. There. I can do that first. It's a little bit finicky. That is pretty darn good. Get his mate a couple square his tails that way and his mate a couple tails that way. Okay. Alright, tile. Yep. And we'll get to come down his flanking side. How's this? Okay, good. So we've got a bit more watch from our tanks on the ridge. That makes me happy. You guys, I would just like to advance into these woods for now. But probably what we'll do. Let's, advance there and then unload where you are. And we'll get you to maybe just take up position on edge of wood, see what we can see. We've got scouts, got scouts. I'm tempted. We're going for that infiltrate here. Would be useful. Don't do it. I'm going to shift you over to here. I'm going to cancel your infiltrate. Now, can I do that? Delete all waypoints. Okay, I can do that instead. Surely that's got to work, right? It's fine. You guys are going to come down, take up defense positions in this lovely little wooded area. Bring you down into here. Let's bring you to there, and then unload your lovely cargo. Good. I just want to hold that tree line. Now, are my HQ tank. I don't obviously want to get you killed. And I've got a full platoon here. And we could just hang back slightly with the tanks. They've got pretty good visibility over chunks of the map. Ideally, I suppose I want to get them maybe positioned in and around here. Let's have you. Come on. Set yourself there. I'll do contact with you just because I'm slightly cautious of what we're going to end up seeing. Into maybe there. And we'll just park you in those trees. Maybe I will just leave one HQ tank a bit further back. Why not, eh? You up there. Have I got an extra mortar section this time? It would appear so. Okay. I think everyone has orders now. Apart from maybe these guys, which is okay. Let's hit the big green button and see what happens. Scout team failed to infiltrate. These guys, okay. Oh, bloomin' heck, it was there. That's frustrating. You, I would like you to scout. These guys made it though, that's excellent. Let's scout yourself. Well, you're not going to get murdered. By this house. I really want views down here. Let's come through these woods to maybe that position. You guys, just want you to advance. I think you'll be okay. Similarly for you, get you trucking down here quickly as you can. Do it about there. A much quieter first minute in my last mission, but that's okay. Slightly nervous that my tank's leading the line here, but we do have eyes in the way of this scout team. I don't know if the Finns this time will just completely dig in. We may have, looks like we may have scouts back here. Oh, it's very quiet. Shots. Now you should have a pretty good line of sight over here. You do. You've got line of sight of apparently everything. But the fact you were taking fire. That's just dudes in a field. They weren't shooting at my tank. That might have been. I'd rather he wasn't using all his HE shells in this. Are you? Oh, hang on. Oh, I think so. Right. For a start, can you make sure you're facing this way? For some reason, you're not. Oh, that's interesting. Lost our APC up there. Looks like we may have some position of a ridgeline along here, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, we could potentially hit that now. Right, let's have your troops advance into this wood line. Come over here. Let's hang a quick pause, make sure we're not missing anything. Support, similarly over here. Please be support. Love it. They are retreating, that's fine. They probably took massive casualties when the vehicle got blown up. Yep, there is one guy left. I'm uncomfortable at the use of all my HE rounds on a handful of troops. What we found here. At least it's a vehicle. Nice. Yeah, you guys are making yourself pretty exposed. For the sake of some troops is not what we want. Right, where are you going? Stop. How about you unload your troops? How about you unload your troops? Okay, eyes over here of another tracked vehicle. These are tanks. I'm a very happy man. Get them knocked out. Pretty sure you guys are supposed to be advancing. Come down here, please. Oh, looks like we landed a hit. A bit of damage. We're still in the game. They're taking fire. Fine. Tank duel. Our tanks are vastly superior, so that should all go in our favour. You pop smoke, you did. Fair enough. Got sad about taking rounds. Who have we spotted? Sounds like a big chunky tank, but you never know. I'd love to be slightly more accurate here. Right, we got him. You've got no AFTS left and only 2 heat. Right, we knocked them all out though, so that's definitely a good start. Don't know what that is. We could just nuke it, couldn't we? Why not? That seems like a good use for mortars. Recon tanks and stuff. Well, let's see if we can't do a little bit of nuking down here as well. As well to adjust, to lock. Whoa. To adjust onto target, which is fair enough. So may not be there when we land. They may not be there when our shells land. Sorry, I've been distracted by this 72 getting knocked out. Wonder what it is. And it should be said, presumably they have line of sight up into the hill line from these positions, so that'll I suppose if you can see them, they can see you. Okay, scout team's slowly moving position. I'm okay to take my time on this a little bit. I think we need to rush in. You can speed things up. In a bit of a quieter moment. Job team. Just waiting for him to finish going on target, and then we'll fire for effect. Lost. Did we lose? Ah. Unfortunate. Their recon's got a much better gun than our BTRs have. Come on, get on target. Okay, that's good. Alright, I'll give me a pop-up when it's ready. Right. Like so. You do a slightly better job of highlighting exactly which one you're talking about and which one's firing what, but can't have everything. Yeah, you guys are on your way. First thing to do is get you down into this wooded area, and from there we can advance over the open ground. A terrifying prospect indeed. Let's not go into the open, please. Bring you down like something like that. Nice and hidden by the trees. And likewise with yourself. The worst thing you do obviously is take a vehicle casualty. It's nice and full of troops. You lose all your troops. Alright, we've got another section back here. These guys need to... They want to advance to the edge of this wood. And just to get as many eyes as we can, why don't you guys come and take up residence in this building? Support. And if you can make it, go there. Again, you're a pair of eyes. Okay, we're one tank down, there may be 3. We're feeling very fortunate about what vehicles they are. Oh, we even get that for when they're mortared, is it? Excellent. Okay, good job, mortars. That's exactly what we wanted from you. At some point, we have to bring our BTRs over into this gap. Maybe we want to do that now? I mean, we've got pretty good visibility. We could have guys up in here we can't see. We'll wait till these guys are in position, then we can move out. I've lost sight of that. Vehicle, how's our mortar rounds like? Oh, we'll fire off maybe another 10 or so. You've got plenty. We've still got 2 sections back here of mortars. No danger. Alright, let's go fast for a little bit. 52, you're on 56. Let's keep you highlighted. Stop you when you're down to maybe 40. And we will hold. And you can probably just readjust actually. Right, so not a lot's happened in the last 10 minutes or so. You are finally getting positioned down here. You guys haven't seen anything unusual. I think we might be okay to breach this gap over here. If anything, let's have a quick look. Where can't you see? See that whole tree line edge actually. This can you. So really, if once we push an objective on places we don't have eyes, we can take fire from potentially down here. Something we want to be aware of. We don't have much anti-hard targets making penetrate in there unless we really move up with our tanks. Bring section forward to get ready. Gap. Guys heading down, good. Let's have, say, you guys just dial in on this kind of area. Just in case we do need to hit it. Also have seen you rep a smoke mission, I don't know, maybe like here. Something like that. We may not need to call on these, but at least if they're dialed in. It does cost you a few shells to find that, find the range. But c'est la vie. Are you still? Your guys are so slow. I'm actually going to change your order. You're right down here. Well, it's not a slight change. Amend. You're ready to go. Go for it. We're not pushing down here anytime soon. Let's have a go at this. I'm assuming is a BTR. Still ever so slowly making your way down. It's okay. I'm gonna have you guys see if you can't scout. It's pretty open, so I'm not that hopeful you're gonna make it. Head down this way, and for you, just down this tree line a little bit. So I think what I probably want to do is get these guys to actually come round into this position and then sweep the woods out on foot, while these three BTRs essentially set up along this wooded line. And then once we've completed that, we know essentially objective 1 is clear, and we can just park someone in it to claim it. I will need to watch my time. I don't know what my time limit is actually. Really, the Finns have a victory condition if I don't take the objectives for too long. At some point I will need to bring my tanks down to support as well. Although we've got a little bit of Overwatch if nothing else. Right, so what we're going to do, you're going to unload here. You're going to advance to open there. You're going to come behind them. I know I'd had you going over that way before, but no, you're going to come over here. So I'm going to set up one in the just as tip, and we'll have two charged down inside the map there. Meanwhile, you guys are slowly making your way over. Where is your compadre? Here. And that's the quickest point to that waypoint. It's slow going to the woods. It's the downside of having done that. Bit fast for now. This is where you find actually you're so cautious and you're doing all the right things from a kind of military setup point of view. And then when you get the after action review, find. Right, do you know what? Just because I'm slightly nervous about this, I might pop a smoke when I do my big charge down here. Go for it. Yeah, smoke that place up. And in fact, let's just fire a few rounds into here. We've got quite a lot. I'm okay with this. I mean, you're sitting in the open. That's my mistake for telling you to do quickest, but do you know what? If this is the case... Alright, let's do it. Let us bridge the gap. They're parked up on the edge of this hill. What's the kind of vision they've got? Up there's there. Yes, we might find actually we come under a little bit of fire just at the tip here, as and when we kind of get to the line of sight of the south side of that hill. Why don't you get in here? I would like you to get into this position, please. I'd like you to come through here into that position. Where on earth is your mate? Here he is. Let's come through and sit there. Alright, let's see if we can't smoke out some Finns. Alright, we've still got a minute to go. Oh, we're on slow, that's why. Just normal speed, please. I wondered why things were taking so long. Perhaps a bit of smoking when HEing here, but I'm okay with it. I will be okay with it until my BTRs explode. And you can go to the little ISO map, see what it looks like. Here's objective 2 on the hill we're trying to get. Okay, that's reasonable. I'm going to say... Actually, I don't know how much smoke you've got. Oh, one more, just to fire it off. Fine. Beautiful, you're ready to go. Yeah, just shell them for a bit. You guys are now 8 seconds away. See what happens. I mean, it's probably like to be maybe at very least infantry lying low in here, so even them could hit us with some RPGs, cause us a few problems. I'm tempted. Oh, I'm going to do it. Bring one of our T-72s round to support. Again, slight exposure. Oh, hello. So there's infantry in here somewhere. There you go. They're going to have a bad day. Oh, actually, they're an anti-tank team. Another anti-tank team. That's very dangerous. Unless we can keep these guys fully suppressed. Which is these guys' job, which is nice to see. Right, hang on. Someone's been mobilised. You. It may just be terrain, I think's done that. Okay. Again. I think that's danger of traipsing through the woods. Which is pretty upsetting. So what we're going to do is let's unload your troops. No. Is that going to happen automatically? Fine. And then you guys are probably going to have to be the replacement. Please reattach. Where is my BTR HQ? You need to move yourself. My order delay is less. Good man. Right, what's going on down here? Keep these guys pinned. So far, so good. Now, I haven't told them to stop, and I'm okay with that. These guys should be able to take it. I mean, it's like just my scouts didn't spot them, but so be it. There's one of them gone. Waypoint are you taking? Okay. Maybe should have gone quickest. Another one's gone. Excellent. We've claimed the objective. Unsurprisingly, there's probably... I say there's probably troops in that ruin. See, that's why I should have used direct rather than fastest for him. It wasn't supposed to go quite far down. Okay. Mistakes were made. Right. You can stop. You can stop. Maybe a little bit early. I'll hold fire until you've made it in. We know there's some enemy troops in here. Most likely infantry squad. Again, I suspect potentially there, or they could just be lying in the middle of the field. One day my scout will get in position. When scouts move at scouting speed, it is very slow. And once we're safely in the trees, I'll stop this guy as well. Right. I should have set you to unload on contact, probably. Anyway. Right, so we found some troops. Ooh, that wasn't good. We've got 2 guys left here. Ah, dagnammit. Let's have you come through this tree line to about here, and then we'll unload. We'll get you to come take a position up on the edge and see what we can find. We'll have to get someone else to bridge that gap. Although we now have this objective, so we don't actually need to flush them out. We could just concentrate fully on objective 2. Which is interesting. Although we could obviously come and take this back. Maybe we will do that. And get... who have we got? 2 BTRs worth here. You are just now guys on foot. Guys will come hold this position. And we'll get you 2 to load up again. Bad feeling it's going to be a painful move to clear this place out. Again, we could actually suppose we could just get these guys to hop over and get slowly to push down south. while we're waiting. So that's what we'll do. And get you guys all to load up. Well, 2 of you to load up, 1 of you can't. You are also not much use to me here. I want you to advance, 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 advance to see here, and then me scout. So kind of 2 tanks we can play with a little bit as well. You take fire from. Ah, excellent. Kind of. Yep, you're supposed to stay in this forest, but still. BTR on infantry, that's kind of what you're there for. Speaking of which, you can probably move yourself to there. You guys can move yourself to say here. And my scouts. Any chance? Any chance of that? It's a bold ask, I think. These scouts, we'll see if we can get them down here. Still know there's somebody in there. Good eyes on. That's about all we've seen, actually. Have you come down here to put the rest of the tanks? Scout team taking fire. Okay. This is good. Well, let's grab you and your remaining 18 shells. However, not HE. You have plenty. Please drop some HE frag on that infantry. Actually, so we know they're not in the objective. They must be out in this field somewhere, because otherwise we would have lost control of it. That's something to bear in mind. Gaminess, I suppose. You guys have loaded up. Please, can you moving shortest? And you also moving shortest. Thank you. I'd like you to get into this forest. Okay, scout team have had a bad day. Fine. Not ideal, but not surprising. Right, you guys are kind of used to the scout team because I might have actual troops there, so why don't you head over in, say, this direction. Oh, mortar's ready to fire. On you go. Tempted to actually start scooting this BTR a bit closer. But no, I'll wait till we get these guys in position. Right, mate, you're burning through your rounds at an alarming rate. Can you stop? I mean, what are you actually firing at this guy? You expended all your frag. That is a view. Advance like so. I'll have you so. You guys are getting out your BTR. We have done. So I want the oops. Like so, and put you onto contact. That should do. You're slowly making your way through woods as well. And once these are set up on this kind of wooded line, I'll happily move these guys down either across or into the objective, potentially just across. Long term I can get one of my scouts just to sit in on this objective, hold it for us. Right, good pummeling, let's just stop there. Okay, you guys have made it. Get that far in and then unload. Oh no, not there. Last waypoint. Unload yourself. Groovy. It's okay, going okay, feeling control. It's very quiet, which is always unnerving. Gives you that feeling of what badness is just around the corner. I want to bring you just into here. Likewise. There's only 2 of you. Is not ideal. Potentially come over here. See what you can spy. 2 chaps are moving out. I'll finally get into the woods. Let's kick time up a little bit. Hello. Right. A Jaeger squad, they're the ones that took out our BTR. And they're now going to pay for it. What are you like launching heat? No, you got some resupplied slightly. Ooh. Interesting. You go have to look up the rules on resupply. Right, Jaeger squad dead. I'm confident enough now that I could move some troops into here. I think that would be okay. Like you. There maybe will be the odd remnants kicking about. Come down here and then see if you can go into that little dot. Likewise, you come to see. Oh. Infantry take some fire. Small arms. Very frustrating when you can't see where it's from. There. Now we've got a positive spot. All the BTRs should wheel on this guy. There's another infantry squad, a Jaeger squad. And we should have a pretty bad day. How's our casualty status? 1 casualty, that's fine. I'm okay with that. These guys should get fairly well pummeled now. Let's get you guys to get back in your... Actually, was not the command I was looking for. Load was the command I was looking for. Infantry squad's dead, that's okay. They're now out. Advance to contact. I want my infantry to sweep this wood. Let's get you to say here, and then we'll get the BTR down in support. Likewise, sure, we'll get you set up in that house. The reason I'm doing this is because if I also tell the BTRs to go now, they'll just outrun the infantry. I don't know if you'll ever get here in time to be useful, but start by doing that. Not really needed over here. Is there any chance I could get you into these woods? Only 1 casualty. Happy at that. bring this BTR. Quite filled myself, but I'm going to break down to this objective 1. I think we're doing okay. This Finnish Jaeger squad, I've got to break soon, you think? A lot of firepower they're facing. They're still having to go out though, so you've got to respect them for that. But it won't last. And with objective 1 secured, that's where we're going to call it for this episode. So we'll pick up the second half of this battle next time as we concentrate on that high hill in the corner and seeing if we can't root out the Finnish forces that are hiding in amongst the woods there. As ever, this was taken from a Twitch livestream, and if you're interested in coming out and hanging out, remember there's links in the description below. Otherwise, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you all in the next one.